Hey guys, time for an episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. Let's jump right in and see what happened today. So, Rafa was focused on the 64 Beetle today and made some pretty decent progress on the wiring. As you can see, the fuse box is in, the headlight and front harnesses are connected here. What else? I think he got the dome lights in, and that harness is in. No dome light yet, but the wires are there. So it's important to get these in because the headliner is going to cover them. So we'll leave the wires popping out of the headliner. So that's got to be done before the headliner goes in. But yeah, we'll probably keep this car for a little while before we send it next door for the headliner. But anyway, yeah, so wiring going on. The fuel gauge, Rafa pulled it apart and cleaned it and installed it. Looks really nice. Original fuel gauge to this car. Put in the ring for the speedometer. The speedometer for this car, we're going to also kind of clean up and restore it like this. And I think we're going to leave the mileage on what the car came in as, because as far as we know, that's original mileage on this car. So, you know, a lot of times for a full restoration, you just set the mileage back to 0, but since this car has such a known history with the same family, we're gonna leave the mileage on whatever it's on, because that's what the family had put on it when the car came in. So kind of cool. Leave it at its original mileage. So let's see. Honestly, didn't look real close here. I think this is pretty much as he did it yesterday. Yeah, most of the wiring on these, of course, is up front. So that's kind of what happened today. So yeah, some progress on that. So what I did was I spoke about yesterday was the glove box on this car. I went ahead and redid it with a new veneer. And ooh, look at that now. That's just a smudge or something there. Yeah, came out really nice. It was kind of a pain in the butt. So the issue is that the actual metal part of the glove box, so not this raised part here, but the actual face of it is a separate piece. And so the deal is that the veneer kind of wraps up about this high on the sides. It's almost like a little tray as it comes. And then that front piece drops down into it. And then, you know, obviously you apply glue on it and the face of the glove box here first, and then you push them together. So the little veneer tray was a little bit short for the actual piece of metal. And so what happened, I think, when so Rafa actually did the whole dash originally, I think that when he went to put it together, he had to kind of push the metal piece down into the little veneer tray. And again, it was a tight fit, and so I think that's what caused it to wrinkle in this area here. So what I did today was, after I pulled the old veneer off, was I actually trimmed a couple edges of this face plate here. I trimmed the bottom edge here, maybe only probably like 0.5 millimeter off of it, and then this edge here I took maybe closer to 1 millimeter off that edge, and then, you know, kind of blended in the curves on the edges. And pretty much when I did that, at that point it would drop down very nicely and evenly into the veneer tray, as I'm calling it. So at that point we applied adhesive to the veneer and the face of this thing, and then put them together and then reassembled it onto the car, and now it looks perfect. So yeah, kind of a pain. I don't know why they didn't just make the veneer the correct size. Again, I think the veneer is a little undersized, because I can't imagine that there's much variation in the actual metal piece here, the face of this glove box. So yeah, whatever. I mean, it's just part of car restoration. Sometimes you have to do weird stuff like that. But anyway, looks good now. And so that's all I did on this car today. I had just kind of a busy day with lots of errands and stuff, and lots of talking to customers and potential customers and so on. So I did that on this car. I did not end up taking it out for a drive. I think I mentioned yesterday we want to put some miles on this car, you know, at least maybe 10, 15 miles, get it up on the freeway. So I may do that in the morning. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much the last thing other than those little door bits that I spoke about yesterday. And this thing can go back to its owner. The other thing I did today was just some final details on the front end. This is for the turquoise bus, the 64, which I saw today. It actually has paint on it now. The turquoise part had been painted previously. The roof had not been, so the roof and the inside are all painted now, and hopefully those will be color sanded and buffed here, and we'll get the bus back maybe early next week. But anyway, the front end's together now. Today I put the front brake pads on. I had the tie rods on before, but just kind of finger tight, so I went ahead and tightened those down, tightened the shocks down. Just some final little details like that. I'll probably go ahead and pop the caps on, and then it's just basically ready to go on the bus. So when that bus comes in, we'll be able to start putting it together pretty quick because we'll have some of these sub-assemblies done. Other thing is, the owner of this car had dropped off the tires for it yesterday, so I went ahead and took those over today and got them mounted on the rims, which came... when did those come? I think those came yesterday. Man, days are kind of running together for me. But yeah, it looks good, and I think that the width and everything is really good. He's going to have plenty of clearance here. And so again, this is a 175/70 on the front, so a little bit wider and a little bit lower profile than a stock tire. And then on the back is a 185. Let's see, I don't actually remember. These are 185. Oh, also 70 series. So yeah, a little taller, a little wider than the front. This is really cool vintage kind of race Pirelli pattern here. Really bitchin' looking on this car with the kind of Porsche replica alloy wheels. These drums, the machine shop was still closed. I still need to take these over and get a little bit more machined off the snout of this. As you can see, this is not acceptable. But I just wanted to kind of test fit the wheels and see how they looked on there. So I went ahead and threw the drum on. Hopefully the machinist is back tomorrow. He was supposed to be back today. I guess he extended his vacation. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, I'll get those machined and then this can go together for real. And I think that is it, other than our intern continued to work on the motor today that he's working on. We've got it kind of organized on the shelf back here. He was mostly cleaning more parts, some parts back there and some bags. Pretty much almost everything is ready to go to zinc plating for the 36 horse that he's building, so that'll go to zinc plating tomorrow. And the engine case, cylinder heads, crank, and rods all went over to Dave at Proformance today. So he's gonna get those cleaned up and blasted and measured out, see if the case itself needs an align bore or anything, and kind of get some of that machine work and stuff taken care of for us. So that is it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.